Hey ladies, Sylvie Doe here, founder of CycleFit Chicks, and I thought that this might be a really appropriate time to come in here and just talk about layering to ride in warm weather. So here it is, like today is a perfect example. That's why I just finished my ride, came in, and I just wanted to share with you how I layered for this type of weather, and I left at 9. It was like -1 or 0 degrees out, and yeah, it was cold. It was really cold, but the thing is that there's no there's how to say, like, there's no such thing as bad weather. There's just bad clothing or being poorly prepared. Okay, so that's what I want to talk to you about, because it doesn't matter what the summer is like. You can have a truly rotten day any time of the summer, right? Summer, spring, fall. Today's a prime example. Last weekend, fabulous. This weekend, not so fabulous. So, so first thing, I'm just going to show you what I did today. So this is me. I haven't changed. I just got in. So we'll start at my feet now, and I'm just going to start undressing. So my feet, I have booties. They're not the thin ones. They're the Gore-Tex. So this is something, if you're going to decide that you're not a fair weather rider, you want to purchase. Now, you see these are like pretty beaten up. I've had these probably for 20 years, and they still serve a purpose, right? They're still surviving, and what they do is they don't keep my feet warm, but they keep my feet warm and dry to a certain point. When you freeze, you're gonna freeze, and that's just the reality of weather, right? So, but what I did is I put one of these things on. So you know what this is? This is a foot warmer for downhill skiing. So I am not even sure if this actually worked, because it's 3 hours since I put it on, but it kept my feet from freezing. Like, they got cold, but I just stuck this to the top of my shoe, like so, and then I put my booties on. Okay, so I found that having, like, even if you get a really good neoprene covering that's waterproof, make sure it's waterproof so you can use it anytime, like when it's raining. That is something that you're going to have forever, right? 20 years I've had this, and I'll continue to use these. It doesn't, I mean, like I said, they don't look pretty anymore, but they serve the purpose, and they can still buy them. So that's what I did, and I actually brought another one just in case for my hands. Now, so go on to my shoes. My shoes, typical. I have heavier socks in here. I could have probably put some wool socks on, but I didn't. Next is leggings. Okay, so these are heavier material. They actually have a panel in the front. So there's quite a few different, I don't know if you can see them, but there's different panels. So there's quite a few. So in the front here on the quads, it's a thicker material, more wind-proof. So this is something that I use spring and fall, and it has a sham in here. However, I never wear these on me directly, because there's just something about them. They are absolutely not comfortable whatsoever. And in weather like this, you have to keep your ass warm. Okay, this is still thin in the back. It's like your regular shorts, and your ass is going to freeze, and your hamstrings are going to freeze, and you don't want your hamstrings to get cold. So I'm just going to strip down here. Ooh, chocolate. Stopped at the bakery. So I have a pair of very thin bike shorts underneath. So they have, these are tri-shorts, and plus you can see the sham here, so it's fairly thick. So the two together are very comfortable. I have extra layer against my skin and my ass and my hamstring. Okay, so I pull these up and they're super high, so they cover well over my tummy and my back. Okay, they're not a bib short. So that's what I have. I have 2 layers on the bottom. Okay, so I picked these up on clearance one fall, and I highly recommend that you keep your eye out for something like this to add to your repertoire of cycling gear. Okay, so the rule of thumb for weather and training outside, and this goes for running as well, if it's 10 degrees or less, you should always be covering your knees. Okay, the ligaments and the muscles around here, they should not get cold, like 10 degrees or less. That's cold weather. So you should always be covering like all your quads down to your knees. Okay, so just think about that. Look outside. And then, of course, when you're looking for a pair of long pants, try and find a pair of knickers. Knickers down to here with the bibs. So in weather that's 10 degrees or less, that's kind of what you're going to wear. Okay, or bike shorts, and you purchase the leggings. Okay, so there's a couple of different options. I have all of them, but you know, when you buy something like this, long legs and knickers, it's something you're going to have for a very, very, very long time, because you're not going to use them a whole lot. So they're always going to be there for you. Now for the upper body, I have 4 layers on. Okay, so when I went outside this morning, I had just this, and I'm like, whoa, it's still fairly cold. So I threw over this really super, super thin jacket. And it's amazing. Like, they're not cheap, but they're something that you can throw over. They pack like super, super, super tiny. I think this even has a little pack. This one here is a Segoy, I think. Yeah, Segoy. And it packs right into the little back pouch, which actually has, this is super cool. So I zip it up, and then it has Velcros here that I can actually attach it to my bike. So I didn't even realize that until last year. So I can stuff this in where my bike were down in the frame, and or I can just put it in my back pocket. So see how small that is. Okay, so here's layer number 1. So something super thin that, you know, is going to really break the wind. It's super loud on the downhill, I don't know why, but anyways. So that's number 1. Number 2 is your jacket. So of any kind. The thing is that you want to make sure it's breathable and it's thin enough so it's you know, not going to be too bulky, right? And then, so I have the jacket, and typically if it was around 10 degrees or less, that this would be fine without that small jacket. But with the wind and being 0 degrees, it was definitely, I needed it. And then this is one of our fleece sweaters. So it's got fleece inside. So I have that on, and you want to have something that's a technical material. Okay, no cotton. Cotton kills. Cotton will, like, you'll freeze to death in cotton. So no t-shirts, no long sleeve t-shirts. So technical. So I've got that. Okay. Whew, now I'm starting to get cold. Now this is a very light underlayer. Okay, and you'll notice it's been destroyed, but this is one of these shirts that, you know, when you go in a store and you go to there, they have that like discount bin. Well, I went to the store a long time ago, like 20 years ago. Everything I have around is 20 years. And I found this for $5. I freaking love it. I burnt this on one of the stoves in the park at one of the cabins, but I will never give it up. So it ends up on that hand, this side, and whatever. Doesn't matter. but this is my go-to undershirt. Okay, so that's my undershirt, and then I have my sports bra. So some people have, like, say, their jersey and then an arm warmer and then, like, the different layers. Okay, so depending, because, like, sometimes people, like, those who overheat need, like, something that you can remove so you can, like, breathe here. Okay, I'm not one of those. But if you have, like, your jersey and then a warm arm warmer, because there's different material types for arm warmers, then you have that, which can really provide or act as like a second, or, you know, another layer of clothing, right? So then you don't have to, like, maybe if you tend to overheat, you will, like, have one, like, either this and the small jacket, or the other one and the small jacket. But yeah. Now, and then for my hands, forget about the fancy bike gloves, honestly. Pull out your winter mitts. Okay, so these are my like, these I don't downhill ski in, but I could have definitely worn those because my hands were kind of cold. These are pure leather, and they have, like, a little fleece lining inside, and they have fingers, so I really like these. I could have definitely gone with something heavier, but I didn't die. Okay, my hands were still okay. I did bring another hand warmer just in case. Now, from your head, okay, so ladies, you're going to get a buff, and honestly, you'll need a couple, like, because, like, in instances like this, I've got two. This one's a little heavier. Ours are a little lighter, and so it was definitely worth having the 2 layers over my ears right here. It was stuck up there. And then something covering your forehead. Like, in windy times like this, don't ever, like, avoid, like, trying to avoid not looking cool. Right? You want to have everything. If you have, like, a really good cross-country skiing or downhill skiing full thing, this is probably an excellent time to pull that on. And I never felt like I needed to take it off. Like, it was perfect. This could have been a little bit heavier, but as long as my neck was warm, it was good. So, so in your, you know, next coming years, as you get into cycling, it's good to start looking for deals on, you know, just adding to your repertoire of cycling gear and things like that, so that you have them. So, like I was saying, like knickers or these pants, booties, for sure, you should at least have 1 pair for cold weather. But like I say, it's not going to stop you from freezing, but you're definitely going to slow down the process to some point. And that's about it. So I just got in on, like, man, you know, I should talk about layering up, because having technical wear, like, you could have a t-shirt or a tank top or something, but avoid cotton at all costs. Okay, make sure you get some good technical stuff. Okay. And that's it. So I hope that helps somebody. Please place comments in below if you have questions. You know, we have, like, I highly recommend, like, our store is open to get one of these, because these are invaluable. You will wear it a ton. Like, sometimes I just wear it in the winter as a sweater. But you can wear it skiing, downhill skiing, cross-country skiing, and like I said, you never know what the weather is going to be like, and this you can use pretty much most of the season, most of the year. So it's a really good investment, if you want to say that. So anyways, have a fabulous day, and I hope everybody got out to do some riding. It was definitely interesting weather. Lots of snow, weird. But anyways, have an amazing day.